when I got my first property, my credit did not earn me the interest rate I got. It was because the bank owned the real estate, so they gave me that 4.25% interest rate. You know what I mean?
They basically bought your points down to get it off their books.
They just wanted it off their books. They wanted a note.
Did they want it off their books more after you burned some stuff down there?
They did want it off the books more after I burned the house
before
down
you signed the papers.
They did want that. So those of you that haven't seen that, it's on my YouTube. I burnt down a house before I owned it, and there's a video of it, and we put it on the internet. And
so just so y'all know, because you have something under contract does not mean you can go burn it down. You want to wait till you close on it. And in these days, times have changed a little bit.
Are you sure, though? I'm pretty sure that's the due diligence clause.
The fire department might be upset with you in some other places if you're just lighting houses on fire.
Well, in my defense, I've gotten the illegal burn ticket twice.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I haven't burned down a building. Like, we've all had to clear that building before, and you're like, well, poof, and then it's easier with the tractor to pick it up that way, right? But that was the old days, so like it's not as easy now.
Wasn't old days for me. Last time I got in trouble for illegal burning, you had to go out there and
that will never happen again. That's what Jesus is for, to go. Like, they're like, well, sir, whether you did this or not, if you want a Class A misdemeanor, do this again. Because that's, and I'm like, I still owe those guys. I got to go by the fire department's like next fundraiser and give them some cash.
You better quit talking about it. Because I was like, Spoon called me. He's like, did you? I'm like, I did not.
Quit talking about it.
Spoon's like, did you like? I did not. I'm getting calls from the fire department. I'm like, it wasn't me.
Don't know anything about it.
I know nothing about it. I'm like, Spoon, I'm just telling you, I'm not in the area and I'm not going over there, so it don't matter. You know, like I was not there.
Here's all we know.
I was not there. And
because I don't have a time machine or the ability to teleport places. When I showed up, the remains of up to 3 large mobile homes, may have been pushed into windrows and were all on fire at one time. And I don't believe whoever started that fire that was their intention. Because when I say like 3 windrows, I mean like collectively 250 feet of fire, like just on fire in 2 different runs.
I had Emery. I did have Emery.
Yeah, but you weren't there, so you wouldn't know. Like so.
All I know
I think that's the only thing that saved me
is,
was they're like, what kind of idiot? I'm like, look, dude, the guy's an idiot. Like, I paid a dude to be here. I don't know where he's at now. Like,
we went to eat. So we left.
And they were mad at me.
There was no fire. It was wet. It was too wet to burn. So we're like, this is lame. So we left and we're eating.
For 2 days, I was out there just watching that fire with the tractor, pushing stuff around. And they would come by to check to see if I was still there at the fire department. Like, they were pretty upset.
So Spoon calls. And I'm like, no, there's no way. There was no fire. He's like, no. I'm like, I'm telling you, man. Shit's too wet to burn. He's like, I don't know. I got to go out there. And
that video is also on the internet a few places, I think.
Yeah, there was a little mistake there. We made some mistakes, Spoony. We're not perfect.